God is my strength, vision is His gift. God is my strength, vision is His gift. God is my strength, vision is His gift to me. God is my strength, vision is His gift. Vision must be possible, God gives truly. God's gifts to me must be mine, because He gave them to me. Love is the only power to trust today. You cannot but be in the right place at the right time. Such is the strength of God, such are His gifts. God is my strength, vision is His gift to me. God is my strength, vision is His gift. You cannot but be in the right place at the right time. Such is the strength of God, such are His gifts. God is my strength, vision is His gift to me. God is my strength, vision is His gift to us. God is my strength, vision is His gift. God is my strength, vision is His gift. God is my strength, vision is His gift. Well, thank you all so much for joining me on this. It's a beautiful Sunday on Shoal Creek for me, and this is for our lesson 42 in A Course in Miracles. We're reading from the Foundation for Inner Peace version of A Course in Miracles, and it's for Wednesday, February the 11th of 2026. God is my strength, vision is His gift. And let's go ahead and take a look at this. God is my strength, vision is His gift. The idea for today combines two very powerful thoughts, both of major importance. It also sets forth a cause and effect relationship that explains why you cannot fail in your efforts to achieve the goal of the Course. You will see, because it is the will of God. It is His strength, not your own, that gives you power. And it is His gift, rather than your own, that offers vision to you. God is indeed your strength, and what He gives is truly given. The means that you can receive it anytime and anywhere, wherever you are, and in whatever circumstance you find yourself. The means that you can receive it anytime and anywhere, wherever you are, and in whatever circumstance you find yourself. Your passage through time and space is not at random. Even if you don't know the reason, the Holy Spirit knows exactly where you're at, and you're exactly where you need to be no matter what, right now. You cannot but be in the right place at the right time. How many times do we need to say that? You cannot but be in the right place at the right time. Such is the strength of God. Such are His gifts. We will have 2 3 to 5 minute practice periods today. One as soon as possible after you wake, and another as close as possible to the time you go to sleep. It is better, however, to wait until you can sit quietly by yourself at a time when you feel ready than it is to be concerned with the time as such. Begin these practice periods by repeating the idea for today slowly, with your eyes open, looking about you. Then close your eyes and repeat the idea again, even slower than before. After this, try to think of nothing except thoughts that occur to you in relation to the idea for the day. You might think, for example, now remember, before we read those, the idea for the day: God is my strength. Vision is his gift. So what is it that gives us strength by our vision? Well, it's where strength comes from, is by seeing what you're to do and knowing how it's all working out. You'll be shown just exactly what you need to know. I was talking to a friend of mine yesterday, and they said that they hadn't been able to visit with their some of their children for quite a long time, and they had a really wonderful dream about how that they were all connected and how they could all visit. And she was saying, I wonder why I had that dream. And I go, well, there's your vision. That's the vision, to inspire you that you're connected. And kind of the lights came on, at least I hope they did, for her. Vision. Okay, so anyway, so what we need is vision. I know I have a daughter that doesn't so much like to talk to me, and I had a wonderful experience where I met her in the treetops, and and we both said, wow, it's so nice that we can communicate and talk. And when I came back to the world, when I woke up from the dream or from the vision, I had a new heart, knowing that, wow, we are all connected. Just in the world of appearances, is that not the case? But that's not the real world at all. Okay, so God is my strength, vision is his gift. Vision must be possible, God gives truly. Or you might say, God's gifts to me must be mine because he gave them to me. Any thought that is clearly related to the idea for today is suitable. You may in fact be astonished at the amount of course-related understanding some of your thoughts contain. Let them come without censoring, unless you find your mind is merely wandering and you have let obviously irrelevant thoughts intrude. You may also reach a point where no thoughts at all seem to come to mind. If such interferences occur, open your eyes and repeat the idea or the thought once more while looking slowly about you. Close your eyes, repeat the idea once more, and then continue to look for related thoughts in your mind. Remember, however, that active searching for relevant thoughts is not appropriate for today's exercises. Try merely to step back and let the thoughts come. Very important idea here, that to not try to make the ego or the mind or the mechanics of the mind think of things. Kind of step back and let them just come to you. Let God give them to you. Let the Holy Spirit fill you instead of you trying to fill yourself, okay? Try merely to step back and let the thoughts come. If you find this difficult, it is better to spend the practice period alternating between slow repetitions of the idea, with eyes open, then with eyes closed, than it is to strain to find suitable thoughts. There is no limit on the number of short practice periods that would be beneficial today. The idea for the day is a beginning step in bringing thoughts together and teaching you that you are studying a unified thought system in which nothing is lacking that is needed and nothing is included that is contradictory or irrelevant. The more often you meet the idea during the day, the more often you will be reminding yourself that the goal of the course is important to you and that you have not forgotten it. So throughout the day, tell yourself often, God is my strength. Vision is his gift. And on your longer practice periods, to do twice today for at least 3 minutes, start off by saying, God is my strength, vision is his gift. Look around. Then close your eyes, say, God is my strength, vision is his gift. And then either continue saying that with your eyes closed, or be still and quiet and see if thoughts come to you that gives you vision, that inspires you. And if not, he says you can open your eyes again, look around, say the idea, and then close them again and continue. Or just repeating the idea for the day, slowly, giving the Holy Spirit opportunity to give you some thoughts. Okay? All right, well, let's go take a look in our text reading for the day, and we're in chapter 5, Healing and Wholeness, Roman numeral 3, the Guide to Salvation. And for you multiple year students, read out of A Course in Miracles Original Edition, chapter 5, verse 4, Mark chapter 14, Iyengar Yoga, read 60 and 61, and A Course of Love, chapter 10, verse 7 through 13. The way to recognize your brother is by recognizing the Holy Spirit in him, the formless in him, the guide to salvation. The way to recognize your brother is by recognizing the Holy Spirit in him. I have already said that the Holy Spirit is the bridge for the transfer of perception to knowledge, so we can use the terms as if they were related, because in his mind they are. This relationship must be in his mind, because unless it were, the separation between the two ways of thinking would not be open to healing. He is part of the Holy Trinity, because his mind is partly yours and also partly God's. This needs clarification, not in statement, but in experience. Paragraph 2. This is under number 3, the Guide to Salvation. Paragraph 2. The Holy Spirit is the idea of healing. The Holy Spirit, another definition of the Holy Spirit. It's the idea of healing. Interesting, huh? Being thought, the Holy Spirit's thought. Being thought, the idea gains as it is shared. Being the call for God, it is also the idea of God. Since you are part of God, it is also the idea of yourself, as well as of all his creations. The idea of the Holy Spirit shares the property of other ideas because it follows the laws of the universe of which it is a part. It is strengthened by being given away. It increases in you as you give it to your brother. Your brother does not have to be aware of the Holy Spirit in himself and in you for this miracle to occur. He may have dissociated the call for God just as you have. This dissociation is healed in both of you as you become aware of the call for God in him and thus acknowledge its being. Paragraph 3. There are two diametrically opposed ways of seeing your brother. They must both be in your mind because you are the perceiver. They must also be in his because you are perceiving him. That's an interesting idea, that they're in his mind because you are perceiving him. We're all together. None of us are actually isolated from each other. See him through the Holy Spirit in his mind, and you will recognize him in yours. What you acknowledge in your brother, you are acknowledging in yourself. And what you share, you strengthen. Paragraph 4. The voice of the Holy Spirit is weak in you. That is why you must share it. Interesting, isn't it? It's weak in you. That is why you must share it. It must be increased in strength before you can hear it. It is impossible to hear it in yourself while it is so weak in your mind. It is not weak in itself, but it is limited by your unwillingness to hear it. If you make the mistake of looking for the Holy Spirit in yourself alone, your thoughts will frighten you, because by adopting the ego's viewpoint, you are undertaking an ego-alien journey with the ego as your guide. This is bound to produce fear. 5. Delay is of the ego, because time is its concept. Both time and delay are meaningless in eternity. I have said before that the Holy Spirit is God's answer to the ego. Everything of which the Holy Spirit reminds you is in direct opposition to the ego's notions, because true and false perceptions are themselves opposed. The Holy Spirit has the task of undoing what the ego has made. He undoes it at the same level on which the ego operates, or the mind would be unable to understand the change. He does it in a way you can understand. I have repeatedly emphasized that one level of the mind is not understandable to another level. So it is with the ego and the Holy Spirit, with time and eternity. Eternity is an idea of God, so the Holy Spirit understands it perfectly. Time is a belief of the ego, so the lower mind, which is the ego's domain, accepts it without question. The only aspect of time that is eternal is now. The Holy Spirit is the mediator between the interpretations of the ego and the knowledge of the Spirit. His ability to deal with symbols enables him to work with the ego's beliefs in its own language. His ability to look beyond symbols into eternity enables him to understand the laws of God for which he speaks. He can therefore perform the function of reinterpreting what the ego makes, not by destruction, but by understanding. Understanding is light, and light leads to knowledge. The Holy Spirit is in light because he is in you who are light, but you yourself do not know this. It is therefore the task of the Holy Spirit to reinterpret you on behalf of God. 8. You cannot understand yourself alone. This is because you have no meaning apart from your rightful place in the sonship. And the rightful place of the sonship is God. This is your life, your eternity, and yourself. It is of this that the Holy Spirit reminds you. It is this that the Holy Spirit sees. This vision frightens the ego because it is so calm. Peace is the ego's greatest enemy because, according to its interpretation of reality, war is the guarantee of its survival. The ego becomes strong in strife. If you believe there is strife, you will react viciously because the idea of danger has entered your mind. The idea itself is an appeal to the ego. The Holy Spirit is as vigilant as the ego to the call of danger, opposing it with his strength just as the ego welcomes it. The Holy Spirit counters this ego's welcome by welcoming peace. Eternity and peace are closely related. Eternity and peace are as closely related as time and war. 9. Perception derives meaning from relationships. Those you accept are the foundations of your beliefs. The separation is merely another term for a split mind. The ego is the symbol of separation, just as the Holy Spirit is the symbol of peace. What you perceive in others, you are strengthening in yourself. You may let your mind misperceive, but the Holy Spirit lets your mind reinterpret its own misperceptions. 10. The Holy Spirit is the perfect teacher. He uses only what your mind already understands to teach you that you do not understand it. The Holy Spirit can deal with a reluctant learner without going counter to his mind, because part of his mind is still for God. Despite the ego's attempts to conceal this part, it is still much stronger than the ego, although the ego does not recognize it. The Holy Spirit recognizes it perfectly because it is his own dwelling place, the place in the mind where he is at home. You are at home there too because it is a place of peace, and peace is of God. You who are part of God are not at home except in His peace. If peace is eternal, you are at home only in eternity. And then the last paragraph, 11. The ego makes the world as it perceives it, but the Holy Spirit, the reinterpreter of what the ego made, sees the world as a teaching device for bringing you home. The Holy Spirit must perceive time and reinterpret it into the timeless. He must work through opposites, because he must work with and for a mind that is in opposition. Correct and learn and be open to learning. You have not made truth, but truth can still set you free. Look as the Holy Spirit looks, and understand as He understands. His understanding looks back to God in remembrance of me. He is in communion with God always, and He is part of you. He is your guide to salvation, because He holds the remembrance of things past and to come and brings them to the present. He holds this gladness gently in your mind, asking only that you increase it in His name by doing what? By sharing it to increase His joy in you. Let me read that last sentence again, or the last couple sentences. Talking about the Holy Spirit. He is your guide to salvation because He holds the remembrance of things past and to come and brings them to the present. He holds this gladness gently in your mind, asking only that you increase it in His name by sharing it to increase His joy in you. Wow, you want to increase God's joy in you. That's why we've got to share this. It's still quiet in us because we're not sharing it enough. It becomes stronger as we share it. It's an idea. Okay, let's see what's going on around the world. And before I do, I'd like to pay honor to my oldest son, Justice, and his wife, Nicole, and their son, Liam's mother-in-law, Carolyn Nauman, made her crossing from this world early today. And of course, it's Sunday for me, but anyway, I just wanted to say a word about that and let Mark know we're with you. We all love you, and of course, I always take heart out of the Course in Miracles statement that says, "What has life has immortality." We can laugh. Oh, it's so sad when someone who doesn't have faith has someone die because they don't know where to turn. I mean, they do deep down, but they might have blocked it. But they both were avid followers of the Christ. Okay, God is my strength. Vision is His gift. What all's going around the world today? Feast of Our Lady of Lourdes. That was based on an 1858 appearance of Mary in Lourdes, France. Also known as World Day of the Sick, probably because of that. Islamic Revolution Day in Iran, based on the 1979 revolution where Iran became an Islamic republic. Lateran Treaty Day established the Vatican City as a sovereign state in 1929. World Day of the Sick, I already said. Daytona Pole Day. Don't Cry Over Spilt Milk Day. Get Out Your Guitar Day. Well, we'll get it out here in a minute again. Grandmother Achievement Day. International Day of Women and Girls in Science. Make a Friends Day. Inventors Day. Shut-in Visitation Day. Peppermint Patty Day. Always think of my mom. She liked those peppermint patties. Probably still eating them in the afterlife, huh? Her name was Evelyn Jean Perkins. Pro Sport Wives Day. Promise Day. Satisfied Staying Single Day, White T-Shirt Day, and Be Electrific Day. Is that a Tesla holiday? I don't think so. I'm just saying that. And then in edible landscaping, I've got another, we were talking about that little food forest method. And so one of the things was a prune or a plum, all red purple leaf plum. And it says here, a colorful landscape specimen that produces a red-fleshed fruit. David Ulmer of Mississippi reports this purple leaf selection has proven to be a prolific, tasty, disease-free variety. It is the only plum I have that has not missed a crop in the last 5 years. A decided advantage is that the fruit hides under the foliage and escapes the birds. Ripens in June and July. Self-fertile, spaced 12 to 14 foot circles, zones 5 through 9. So this one can stand alone and produce. That we talked about the Arkansas black apple. You'll want to have another apple that blooms about the same time. There's flowering crab apples a lot of times people use for pollinators. And our word for peace is going to be from the Mongo people of, used to be called Zaire, now it's called the Democratic Republic of the Congo. They're an equatorial forest abiding or living people in Central Africa, and they're on the Central Congo Basin, and their word for peace is Beoto. So Beoto be with you. God, peace be with you. Okay, let's be sure to do your one, almost aim for 5 minutes today. You might be able to do one as we're closing. You can do 2 of them today. God is my strength. Vision is his gift to me. Oh, God is my strength. Vision is his gift. Vision must be possible. God gives truly. God's gifts to me must be mine because he gave them to me. Love is the only power to trust today. God is my strength. Vision is his gift to me. Oh, God is my strength. Vision is his gift. You cannot but be in the right place at the right time. Such is the strength of God. Such are his gifts. You cannot but be in the right place at the right time. Such is the strength of God. Such are his gifts. God is my strength. Vision is his gift. God is my strength. Vision is his gift to us. God is my strength. Vision is his gift. God is my strength. Vision is his gift. Thank you all so much for joining me here on the banks of Shoal Creek. And be sure to do many times today, tell yourself, God is my strength. Vision is his gift. And as the Mongo people of the Congo say, Beoto, peace be with you. Beoto, God is my strength. Vision is his gift. Beoto.